Okay, I'll start with telling you my name is Nancy Hart, or as Tim Flanagan has renamed me, the Scrubs Lady. In 2003, my husband went in the hospital for cardiac surgery, bypass surgery, and carotid artery. And he was in there. He went in Easter Sunday, actually, and was in there 7 months, and he passed away on October 31st. And during that time, I watched so many people laying there exposed, and that's when I started to come up with something different. He wore the actual first prototype of patient scrubs, and I ended up in 2009 wearing the final product. And since then, I've changed it again, because every time we turn around, there's a new market for them. They started out cardiac, then they went to orthopedic, then they went to breast cancer. We have a children's line. And we're going to also do the long pants with the shirt, and we're going to do like a light flannel material with plastic snaps. You can wear these anywhere. I wore them for 8 months. I did commercials in them. I did interviews in them. I wore them to the grocery store because they don't look like a medical garment. So I'm going to show you what one of them looks like. Now, first let me tell you, these are phenomenal for breast cancer patients, especially if you've got a port in your chest, or they're just great for you. Or if you have lymph nodes removed and you have to have drains, which most of you do anyway when you go through breast cancer. These are put together with plastic snaps, so you can take any kind of MRI, PET scan, X-ray, anything like that. And if you have to get to a patient in a hurry, this allows easy accessibility. You just grab a hold and pull. There is a pocket here, and since then I'm going to show you this newer one because I changed it for cardiac, because I figured if somebody went through cardiac surgery, they didn't need a heart monitor laying on their chest. So we added 2 pockets down below for the drains for breast cancer patients, and the left side also has another slit for the telemetry to come through, and your heart monitor goes in the pocket. One main thing that I keep trying to stress to everybody, and the reason I do it is because I carry them myself in my trunk. I always have a set on me. I got a call from my daughter one night that said, and she told me, she said, "Mom, I'm in the emergency room. I fell, I hurt my knee. Please bring me some scrubs. I'm not going home in a hospital gown." So I had some scrubs in the car and took them to her, and she still sleeps in them to this day, I think, don't you, Jen? Yeah. They're adjustable at the waist. You always, never, 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 never go into any kind of medical facility and wear anything form-fitting. Never. They have to be loose. They have to be comfortable. People carry fluid. It took me forever to figure out how to do these snaps to where they weren't resting against your skin, because if you're carrying fluid, it'll damage your skin. So I put a button up here at the top. You unbutton the button. If they're too loose in the waist, you pull this tab, you flip it back to the back, and button it back here. Now, if somebody is incontinent or cannot get up out of the bed, these can be worn with a what do you call it? Well, catheter, but also with a liner, if they need to be worn with a liner. And you can clean somebody and totally dress them just by rolling them on their side. This part comes all the way undone on both sides. Well, if I can get to it. And lays flat. Okay? I don't think there's anything worse than having a grown person in the hospital wearing a diaper. You know, you can't do that. Your peace of mind has a lot to do with whether or not you're going to come out of there. You know, you have to stay positive. So you clean them up, you pull them back up, and it looks like they're wearing a pair of shorts and a top. And also, for the one main thing is dignity. I see so many people walking up and down hallways and they don't realize what people are seeing. You know, it's just, I mean, and everybody is trying to redesign gowns, but there are so many markets out there. Home health care. There are a lot of older people being taken care of at home by a spouse. You can't lift them to dress them. With these, you can roll them on their side, change their clothes, and just roll them back and put another outfit on them. So there's so many markets. Like I said, the cancer patients. I lived in these, and I'm going to tell a story on myself, and this is going to go on the. While I went through breast cancer in 2009, and the whole time I was going through breast cancer, I did interviews and newspaper articles, and I was on TV and on the radio, and by the way, I love radio. You could go there in your pajamas. I have fun with radio. But anyway, I went to the grocery store one day, and this little old lady walked up to me and she said, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear about you." And I thought, okay. And I went home, and the article came out in the paper, and the woman that had interviewed me with the plastic surgeon had written in there that I had a bilateral vasectomy. And no, she really did, and I kept the article. I just thought that was amazing. So I still haven't figured out how they do that, but she looked like she was about 11 months pregnant, so I figured she was thinking of her husband when she wrote that article. Like I said, we do have a children's line, but I want to show you this. We carry them. We will have a smaller size because there are a lot of older people that are real tiny. But normally they're small, medium, large, extra large. Then we have a 2X and we have a 3X because you do not, like I said, you don't want them form-fitting. I have neighbors that wear these outside to work outside. I'm going to pass this around and let you feel the material in it. Then I'm going to show you. This looks enormous, but it's not really. When you think about it, those gowns are mostly one size fits all, but this is big. Here's your 2 pockets for the drains if you have to have them for and I did, and you had to pin them on whatever you were wearing, which was a real pain too. But so we added that, and I also raised the neckline because I didn't want it to be too revealing for women. What we're going to carry is we're going to carry one solid color that both men and women will wear, and then we're going to have something very feminine for women, and we're going to have probably a pinstripe for men, and the children's line is going to be all light colors, like light green, blue, and we are going to have a breast cancer line. Absolutely, it's going to, and I want to have it made in the United States. These I can't get made in the United States and really be competitive to get them out to the medical places. But the breast cancer line, I think people would pay that little more to do it. And like I said, I was telling Kim, the hospitals, Indian Path used them and did a pilot on there, and the patients love them. The nurses love them. The doctors love them. The only thing they had, negative thing that they had to say about them was, why so many snaps? Okay? So I am going to do a hospital line that has half the snaps on them. If you're critical in bed, you don't have to use all the snaps anyway. But if you're up and walking around, you don't want skin to show. You want to be covered. You want to have your dignity back. So, and they make great pajamas. I have doctors in Florida and actually one at Franklin Woods Hospital sleeping in them. And Kim, these are in Mountain State Health Alliance gift shops.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm. So, question?
When you do your breast cancer line,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to alter the design at all?
No. Oh, this is going to be this is the final design, unless there's another market that comes up. I thought the other design was the final design. But like I said, every time I turn around, there's another market. If you sit and you think about it, home health care, CAT scans at the imaging places, cancer centers, children's hospitals. I mean, there's nursing homes, hospice. There are, I mean, they need them on, my whole way of thinking is they need them on all the critical care units, especially. The ICU, CCU, cardiac, because I delivered 3 sets to cardiac floor last weekend. I get calls 10, 11, 12 at night for scrubs. Tim Flanagan's brother's in a hospital right now, went through cardiac surgery and came out great.